Okay, that video I made before was basically just to show that that I had actually received my truck, but I thought we would take a closer look at it because some of the guys have asked some questions. Now, as you can see, the lights are on. Everything works. It's okay, Shadow. Don't get scared, buddy. Now, when you turn off the transmitter, the headlights start blinking. Now, I've also noticed that they'll start blinking when it gets close to being out of range. Now, I'm pretty sure that the reason that you have to turn the truck on first and then turn on the transmitter is because I believe that this transmitter rebinds itself to the board in there every single time you turn it on. I know that temper crawlers work like that. Every time you turn it on, it binds, the transmitter binds to the board. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's how they work. I think these are very, very similar controllers to the temper. I mean, they look a lot alike, and they're probably made at the same place in China, you know. But anyway, Brett was asking about the suspension, so let's take a real good look at it. It's basically just the one metal leaf spring, and then you've got two like fake plastic springs above that that are basically there just for appearance. But the springs do compress nicely, and they're screwed in here at the back, and then at the front it just kind of floats free. I don't know if you can see that moving or not, but it allows the spring to move forward as it compresses. It's not really a bad little system. The drag link could maybe be a little better. It looks like it kind of wants to bind in there a little bit, but I haven't had any trouble with it so far. I think that this is going to be a very easy truck to put a servo in. I haven't taken it apart yet, but I'm pretty sure we can put a servo right in there and use that for steering. It looks like it'd be fairly easy to create new drive shafts. These simply slip in, and they're keyed for turning this way. As you can, I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but when I pull on this a little bit, you can see that the drive shaft separates like that. Which is pretty good. That, you know, so for suspension, it's got flex. That's just a straight aluminum rail holding everything on each side. It looks like these are going to be very, very easy to modify. Right now I'm kind of looking at it to see how the cab is held on. Because, you know, as soon as I get the other one, I'm going to start taking one of these apart, man. I've also been looking at these batteries and these battery connectors. I'm thinking that for something this small, these are going to have to go. I like the connector that's on there, but it's an uncommon connector, so I think I'm going to replace this with just standard red JST connectors. I think that would be ideal. They're about the right size. They'll be a good replacement, and I've already got the adapters and stuff to charge batteries with that connector on there, so I'd be able to use my good chargers instead of the little cell phone charger that came with it. And I'm also looking at other types of batteries, especially if I put in the motherboard from the temper crawler. I think that might work pretty good. I just can't figure out how I could hook up the DOS Micro to get sound if I put in the temper crawler. But on the whole, the detail on this thing is really pretty good. Once I take it apart, I can see some easy detailing to do on the inside. I mean, I'll want to put windscreens in here and put windshield wipers on. I'm toying with the idea of trying to make the doors open. We'll have to see once I get it torn apart. And of course, with me, you know that eventually those smokestacks are going to have to blow smoke, man. That's just all there is to it. I don't think we can get away without it. Now, it looks like the cab screws to the frame rails right here. You can see the screen in there. One of them, or the screw in there, one of them holds the fuel tank here, but the other one, this one here, appears to hold the cab to the rail. So when I get ready to start taking it apart, that's what I'll be looking at. On the whole, I'm very, very happy with these. The tires are nice and pliable. You know, they aren't exactly correct, but for some vehicles, especially for modern vehicles, they're going to be great. And the way they're attached to these hubs, I think it might be possible to remove the tires and replace them with the correct rubber tires. The rims are considerably narrower than the tires themselves. It looks like a combat tire would fit right on that rim just fine. I can see here in the bottom, I can see a couple of JST plugs hooked up there. So like I said, when the other one gets here, we'll take one of them apart and get a good look in there. And I'll do a video and show the thing, you know, disassembled and all that. Because I think there's a lot of stuff we can do with these. I think these are going to be really, really cool. Like I said, I'm already planning on an ambulance. I'm looking at putting in tail lights. I've got some little 3mm red LEDs. If I were to remove the lens, I can probably get a tail light in there and then just wire it right to the headlights so it's just on when the headlights are on. It's got these extra lights in the front that kind of scream, you know, light me, light me. I've also thought about lights for the top. You know, maybe some kind of bar lighting. I'll have to look at photos of actual military vehicles and see if they've got anything like that. But on the whole, these are going to be this is going to be a great little truck for a whole bunch of different projects. And so if anybody's got any questions, I mean, I know a lot of guys are still waiting on theirs. If there's anything in particular that you want to see or you want pictures of or information about, just holler. We'll let you know what's going on. And we've even got a start on the crew. Trailer Trash Tina seems to fit real well in there. You know, just in case there's anybody out there that's as twisted as I am, you know, Eric has got Trailer Trash Tinas down there at IMAX. They're only a few bucks. He's got a whole line of trailer trash stuff down there. Call him up and bug him about it. It'll make his day. See you next time.